Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have a full room for this podcast. It's mock draft time. A week from today, is that what you guys just said? Week
Hmm.
from today
23rd.
is the NFL draft. Huge NFL draft coming. So we are going to. Everyone has a certain amount of picks. One, two. There's six guys in here. I'm not picking. I'm the commissioner. Shout out me. And each guy has picks that they're going to pick. We have an order. They're going to pick, give their analysis. If someone doesn't like their pick, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. There's no trades. We're not doing trades just because that would take a lot of time. And what, John? What?
I was about to trade my picks, bro. What the
Oh
heck?
my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why this might be a long podcast because people
John,
like
are
John
we
and
John, are
Joey.
we next to each other, John?
Yeah.
Dude, maybe we could
Trying
talk.
to
All
be
right.
back,
Anyway, if they
bro?
want to do trades, I don't care. But with before we start, Beer Jack, get your merch when it comes out. Ancon, do your HVAC, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, here we go. How this is going to work is I am going to share my screen. You guys are going to see the simulator. Hopefully, this works. Hopefully, everyone can see each other. I don't really know how faces are going to work. I think when everyone talks, their face will show up. We will see. And if it goes to a long discussion, I'm going to unshare and then everyone can talk and hopefully everyone will be seen. So, without further ado, I think unfortunately, the most obvious pick and the most least analysis needed, Brandon Lagan, you are on the clock.
Yes, sir. With the number one pick, I will be selecting Fernando Mendoza, quarterback in.
Yeah!
Uh, Raiders finally get their franchise quarterback. Clint Kubiak is an offensive genius. Uh, Great front office and staff they've built there. They got Tom Brady, the GOAT. Pretty obvious pick, like you said.
Mm.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, Phil, are you a Raiders guy? You like this pick?
Yeah, man, I'm glad we didn't fuck it up this year. Brandon making the good pick. I'll trust him with the front office all day long. I mean, yeah, this one doesn't need that much explanation. I think uh I think Matt would enjoy talking about Fernando Mendoza more than me at this point. Matt, I know Matt loves him, but yeah,
What
I
a
mean,
guy.
this is the right pick. It's the only obvious pick. The draft really starts at 2 tonight and next Thursday, but yeah, I'm grateful to be seeing a number one overall pick go to the Raiders for once in my lifetime. So this is awesome.
Fair enough. Love it. Brandon, great pick. Thank you for not rooting this draft.
I got you.
Uh, Jets on the clock. Jonathan, who do you got? This is a big pick.
Um, I'm not gonna bless them, bro. I'm not gonna bless them with the presence of the best defensive edge in the class. I'm gonna give them more of a hybrid. I'm gonna let them select Arvell Reese out of
Mm.
the Ohio State University. You look through a lot of mocks, they're not really mocking Ruben, and I feel like at this time of the stage, a lot of people really know what's going on around the league and what front offices are feeling. So I'm gonna stick in the direction of Arvell. He's able to play a little bit of linebacker, a little bit of DN. We'll see if he's able to flex in between both, or if they stick him at one, if he's not as good at the other. But very
Mhm.
solid pick at two.
Matt, I mean, the Jets fan of our, friend group. What do you think?
Yeah, Phil sent me a text the other day. He said that if I had to watch my team go 3-14 to get David Bailey, then I'd kill myself, and I'm kind of in agreement with that statement. I like Arvo Reese. I feel like if you take David Bailey, that's like Glenn kind of saying like, "Oh, we need to win this year." Like I'm worried about my job. While Arvo Reese, 20-year-old by the way, is the better long-term pick with the higher ceiling. We're switching our defensive scheme to a 3-4, so he can fit on either position, and we can see where he works better. I hope we move him around kind of like a Micah Parsons, and I think that's the right pick.
More fun to watch too. You don't want to,
Oh, absolutely.
you don't want to watch a guy in his rookie year. You're not like your second overall pick blocking dudes or something like.
Dude, there's
Hmm.
no sex appeal with David
Yeah.
Bailey. That's the best way to
Not
put
at
it.
all.
David
It's like the
Bailey
I'm
doesn't
scared to lose my
flash me
job pick.
at all.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. With the third pick, Philip White. Big pick here. Interesting pick. Where are you going?
Yeah. So this is a pick like insiders have talked about. They're not really sure what they're gonna do. Um, I could simply just go best player available from based off my board, and I'm actually gonna go different here. I'm gonna go. I was looking at the Cardinals today. Their O line sucks. I'm gonna go Francis Mauigoa. Um, they're gonna be able to slot him in at right tackle or right guard, which is nice. He can play both. He's got He's a little small for a right tackle, maybe, and he might be a little big for a right guard, but he kind of can play both. He's a really good run blocker. He anchors well, And truthfully, the Cardinals' left side of the offense line pretty solid. They picked up Paris Johnson's fifth year this year. He's been a good left tackle for them the past couple years. Their left guard, they just signed Isaac Siamalu. But they're right tackle, right guard. Never had the bloke. Never heard of them that are starting there. I won't lie. So I
Hmm.
think they don't go Maui Noah. I don't know what else they would do. I was maybe thinking Jeremiah Love here, but they technically still have James Conner. They signed Tyler Algier. Not that like that's saying much, but I'm thinking long term, if they go get a quarterback next year, you want the O line in place for him. So that's why I went
Hmm.
Maui Noah, my best offensive lineman in the draft.
Fair enough. Anyone got any other comments, or is it kind of, trust the word
No,
of
I
the
think it's
boy?
just a safe pick.
Hmm.
Can't really miss with that.
Yep. No. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. With the fourth overall pick, I think this is a fun pick. To Lucas, what do you got?
Jeremiah Love
Yep.
immediately. I know, like, you know, they could definitely use a David Bailey uh, or a Ruben Bain, but I think the smart pick to set a young core in stone is Jeremiah Love. You're getting the three down back, and he just makes plays. He's the best talent in this draft, in my opinion, and they shouldn't hesitate.
Hmm. No, fair enough. Does anyone see uh anyone trading up in the first four picks? I feel like the first 4 or 5 picks, I've seen some talk about teams trading up for this type of talent. Does anyone think that any of these teams in the lower, I would say maybe 15 and below, trading up for any of these guys?
Well, I know you're the Cowboys fan, Ryan, so I know you probably have seen some stuff about maybe the Cowboys going to 3 at the Cardinals. I could see them trading back out of anyone in the top 4. Obviously, the Raiders won't. I don't think the Jets will. I don't know if anyone would be willing to pay the price to go to 2 because there's not really someone clear there, from my opinion. Maybe 3, someone gets desperate to jump the Titans, whether that's for wide receiver or Love. I really like this pick by Lucas. I'm a big fan of this. So I would say it's more likely the Cardinals at 3 who feel like a mystery, while the Titans might just be thinking, let's just get someone to put with Ward no matter what. That's
Hmm.
what I kind of thought about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could see the other side of this as a Jets fan. Obviously, we have so much draft compensation, 3 first-round picks next year. We're gonna definitely stick at 2, and if we get to this like lower, like single digit range, like 8, 9, and like one of these guys, like a Carnell Tate, Mansour Deland, I could see us taking. If Ruben Bain falls, Sonny Styles, God forbid, I think that we could come back up and we could get 2 guys that we feel really good about to build for the team in the future.
I like that.
Hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
I
that.
love this pick for Cam Ward. If it's this or a receiver, would be very happy. If they do go D end, I understand because Salah's trying to like build a certain type of character, but
He
hmm.
probably will go up
I
on edge, honestly.
I would like to see them go give him a weapon of some sorts. And like Lucas said, he's a three down back. We talked about it the one podcast. Probably top 4 running back prospect we've seen come out in the past, what is it, 10 years?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's right around there.
So
Yeah.
uh great pick.
Yep. Good pick. Good pick. All right. With the fifth pick. Oh, this was a tough one for the pod. I mean, Joey, you got it. This is your team. Who do you got?
Carnell Tate. That is the pick. I understand, like obviously Francis has already been drafted, so now there's no argument there. It's got to be Carnell Tate. Malik's coming off the ACL. I said in the past podcast, we don't know when he's coming back entirely. We need a number 2 guy. It'll help with Dart. He'll be explosive, short, long, everything. Pat cashing. Oh, he's gonna be so good.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, does anyone think this pick's a little too high? I know I saw him going from like the 8 to 10 range.
I got some comments. I got some fucking
Yeah, let me hear it,
comments. Hey,
John. Let me hear
buddy,
it.
he's supposed to go 11 to us. He's supposed to go to 11 to us now, buddy. So you can pipe down about getting him at 5. Go draft a fucking defensive player. How about draft Caleb Downs or anyone that'll help you on that shitty ass side of the ball? All right. Bad
Nah.
pick, bad GM. I hope you're cursed.
I mean, Brandon, as the other Giants fan, what do you think? Is this like something you think would help your future? Is John right in selecting, maybe a defensive player?
Hold on. You just started lagging right now. One second.
Oh, do you think
Not
this
this
is the
again.
right pick for the Giants as a Giants fan, or do you think John is right going for the defensive side of the ball?
I think here, me personally, if I had the Giants, I would have said Caleb Downs. I just think that's a defensive player you can't pass up on. You can put him in the box, you can put him in coverage. He's easily he's a demon anywhere on the field. Smartest player coming out of this draft.
Yeah.
I'm personally taking Caleb Downs, but I wouldn't be mad at Carnell Tate with
Mm,
Malik coming off the injury and everything.
mm.
And I'm the same way. I wouldn't be mad if we got Downs. I'd still
You
love it.
could have just picked them.
Well, I'd rather Carnell Tate than why can't I say I wouldn't be mad if we got the other guy?
You're
All
just
right.
my you're just my
That's not
micro. You're just
ridiculous,
my
John.
speaker, bro. You're my megaphone. I put this idea in your head and you're just spewing it to the masses.
No. Why would I have an input from you
Go look
about
at the
what
last
I want
podcast,
my
ladies and
team to
gentlemen.
do?
All right. Well, Cardinal take going this high might stir up the rest of this mock draft. With that being said, Matt, Browns number 6. Who do you got?
Yeah, it certainly shook up my pick. I was eyeing Tate for this. I think that the Browns' main priority right now is supporting their current quarterbacks so that they can properly evaluate them, and by extension, assuming that they're probably not going to be the guy, start building for the quarterback in next year's draft. That's why I'm going to reach a little bit and take Spencer Fano. I think that he is the second best tackle in this draft, and I think the Browns, like I said, really need to evaluate what they have and build for the future. So I think taking a tackle here is what they should do.
Interesting. Matt, no receiver here? How come?
Carl Tate was definitely my like number one guy, and I
Mm.
feel like the other two receivers are a little more questionable. Makai Lemon is kind of like an Amon Ra. He doesn't really like shine athletically, and he had those bad interviews. And I just think that taking a tackle here is like a rock solid pick.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Brandon, you want to say something? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
So going next, I think it's you, Brandon, right?
Yeah,
Back
I
to
got the
Brandon. Brandon's
Commanders
first
at
real
7.
pick.
All right.
So
Commanders. Kind of close to your
this
heart. You kind of been to more Commanders games than Giants games in the last couple of years. I think
that's
he
just
might be
Yeah.
your second favorite
geographical.
team.
It's
That's
because
just
Jahan
geographical
Dotson was on
reasoning,
that
bro.
And
team,
he's got the
bro.
Jahan
Oh,
Dotson
that's
jersey.
Shut
low
up, John.
blow.
Shut the fuck up before, bro. Shut the fuck up.
That's a low blow.
Shut the fuck up. Uh, This honestly, if I'm the Commanders and I'm looking at this right now, I mean, I'm licking my lips because one, I haven't seen David Bailey available this far, and they can choose from Bailey, Downs, and Styles. You can't miss on the three, in my opinion. And they're all
And
big names
Bane,
in
bro.
Yeah, you
Washington.
see what no one said? Bane John, he's a bitch.
Yeah, on God, Ruben Bain didn't even cross my mind, bro.
Can't even
Go ahead
reach
and
the
take those
steering
heavy
wheel,
breaths
dude.
over there. Go ahead and take those heavy breaths. Uh, with that being
Heavy
said,
breath.
honestly, with the Commanders, they have a young secondary. They just got Trey Amos, Mikey Sanders. So that's my guy. I love him with all of my heart, but he hasn't really proven himself yet. I think they add Downs to have they throw him into that backfield, and they just let him be a demon on
So you're
that
taking
defense.
Downs.
Yeah, taking Downs.
Very nice. Very nice. Uh, how do I explain this? Is Caleb Downs one of the best prospects we've seen in the last like 5 years? Pure football skill and like impactability on his first day of the job.
Dude, he might be. He might be. Yeah, I mean, dude, I
He's
don't
a
know.
genius. Like I don't.
He's so smart, and like the thing with a lot of people is like they'll think about it and like they'll probably play him at like big nickel or in the box, but like he's even better just playing like a middle high safety. He's so rangy too. Like there's not a flaw with this man. He's so fucking good. I don't know. It's a good question where he'd rank, like, and if you want to analyze him versus really Kyle Hamilton, when Hamilton was coming out, Hamilton might have that slight edge, but Downs is like still like the pinnacle of what the safety position could be.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, all right, John, Saints, kind of a Tyler Shuck fan in the last couple of months.
Absolutely.
What are you gonna do to help his squad?
I'm not gonna bless them. I'm gonna skip on blessing them the presence of my dog. I'm kind of laying up the person behind me. Hopefully, I'm gonna take David Bailey here. I'm gonna give him the non-sexy edge choice. I don't really have much to add.
Hmm.
Cam Jordan's
I
old as
definitely a
shit.
value here.
They need a new end.
Great value.
Yeah, I mean, does a projected third round pick drop this far in your guys' eyes? Like,
Third over. Yeah, I don't know. The thing with Bailey was like he wasn't all of a sudden he rather quickly started to rise up the board recently, and I just like never really saw it with him.
Hmm.
He
He's always
wasn't even
been
the best player on his defense throughout the majority of the year, bro.
he's
Jacob
always
Their
been
defense
Rodriguez,
was insane, though. I mean,
Jacob
you gotta.
Rodriguez was their guy throughout. Like
I know, I
and
love
Bailey's
him,
like
he
bro.
got
always
more
been in this
noise.
range.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I think come draft night, if he goes in this area, I wouldn't be surprised.
Fair enough.
I just
Fair
don't
enough.
like
All right. Speaking of,
Who's behind me?
me.
yeah, Phil,
Go, bro,
who do you
do it.
got with the
Yeah,
Kansas City Chiefs?
I'm going Delane. I'm going corner. Dude, John, they at least have some presence on the D line. This kid's losing his mind.
These walk off.
He walked off. Dude, I don't get me wrong, I like Bane, and I know that's who John wants me to take here, but the Chiefs don't have cornerbacks. Like they just let
McDuffie go.
McDuffie, they
Jalen
traded
Watson.
McDuffie, and then they let the other one, I forget his name off the top of
Jalen
my head.
Watson.
Yeah, Watson to both go to the Rams, right? And now they have no one. They have some safety still. They've signed Alori Gilman, who I'm a fan of, but for me, Delane is the best corner in the draft. He hasn't had a penalty in college. He didn't allow a touchdown last year. His hips are fluid. He tracks the ball well. He's fast. He's lengthy, and I don't know what you want them to do at corner if they don't go someone here at 9.
Hmm.
Um, especially because I think the edge has some value later in the draft where they're going to be picking.
Hmm.
I have a
And
question for Phil.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry, I
no.
didn't mean
I
to cut
have
you
to
off.
chime in real quick. Phil Dash just questioned, bro. What is the team who found the 2 corners they just lost in the past 2 years in the later rounds going to do in the later rounds of the draft, finding corners, bro?
John,
If
they
you
draft
think
they traded
if you think they traded him to go take a corner in the top 10, I think you've lost your fucking mind, to be honest.
they traded L'Jarius Sneed and then drafted McDuffie in the first round. They've done this before.
Bro, but what was that, 22? How late?
4 years
What
ago,
does
It's
that
not that
matter?
long ago, yeah.
What does that matter?
Damn, John,
No.
you low-key just
What
got
pick
owned
was it
there.
at? I'm talking about what pick was it at.
22,
Exactly, bro. This is
12
pick
point 12 picks
9.
off,
And
whatever.
doesn't Delane have issues? Doesn't he have injury problems?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Jared
Jamal
McCoy.
McCoy, which
That's
is what I
Jared
wanted to
McCoy.
ask Phil about.
He didn't even play last year,
I
did
just
he?
want to know if that was a
Regardless, what if
conversation
Put
for
in
you.
play.
this D
John,
line is anchored by Chris Jones, who
you
isn't
just
as good
passed
as
on
he is
Bane.
anymore.
You
They
just
have an
passed on
awful
Bane.
D line.
You just passed on Bane.
I passed on Bane to lay you up, and you take this bullshit.
You
For
you
anyone
and
who's new
Bane,
here,
Sucks,
John is a
bro.
Lord and
Chiefs fan.
Savior, all
I'm trying to get my
makes
boy to a good position, not take him on my mock,
Think a
bro. I don't
real
want to go
GM
to
is
the
doing that
Saints.
dumbass
no
shit,
real GM.
bro.
By the way, John's GM philosophy: help other teams, help the Chiefs because he's a Chiefs
This
fan.
is
Boom.
a
He got
group
that on
I'm
video.
gonna
mock,
What did he
lay
just
my
bro.
say?
This
boy
is
up
a
real quick.
group
What the fuck are you
mock.
talking
John
about?
John wanted to help the Chiefs because he's a Chiefs fan.
I
Let that be straight.
wanted Ruben to go to the Chiefs. Fuck
Let
yeah.
that be heard.
If he's falling, let him fall somewhere good.
John,
Um,
but that's not the point of this fucking thing, you
That's the
moron.
point in my head, moron.
both
What are you
both
talking
of
about?
John's picks have had "I'm gonna help someone else" add attached to it. By the way.
Whatever.
We're just gonna have
Anyway,
like the
moving
picture
W
on.
perfect mock.
Mans.
But yeah,
W
Matt,
Mans.
I think the injury history of McCoy might scare the Chiefs just because like they kind of need an instant impact player.
Sure. Great prospect though.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of McCoy.
All right. With the 10th pick, the shitty ass fucking Bengals. Unfortunately, Lucas has this pick, but can you save them, Lucas?
Uh, yes, and it won't be Ruben Bain. I was really excited
Thank
to pick
God.
Mansour Delane here. Um, but I mean, Jesus, if Sonny Styles is staring me in the face,
Seriously, bro.
how can I not jump through the fucking phone to the commissioner? Like, holy shit, pick him yesterday.
All
Yeah.
right. So
It's
Sonny Styles.
100%.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I feel like
That's as
Lucas
ideal as it
is
gets for a
kind of
Bengal.
being the man right now in this draft.
Yeah, he's kind of crushing it. I mean, he's kind of crushing it. I think Lucas had picks 4 and 11 and drafted the 4th and 5th ranked player on this board.
Yes, bro.
He's doing good.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
He's an
He's gonna
awesome pick.
fuck this up. He's gonna
This
fuck,
this might
he's gonna fuck this up.
Joey.
explode the podcast.
Yo,
Joey.
John, what would you
Tell
do
me
if
something,
Bane,
Joe.
so,
Do it,
Joey,
Joey,
John,
do
if
it.
Bane is there at 11 and you guys don't pick him, what would you do?
Proctor.
Just let Joey pick, bro.
I didn't think he'd be here. I really didn't.
All right, so Joey, what does that tell you?
We're gonna go with Jordan Tyson. They kind of do need a wide receiver for my boy Malik Willis. I really, I love. Malik is very good. You saw what he did on the Packers when Jordan Love was out. I think they trade away
Wait, who did he
Waddle.
pick?
Jordan Tyson.
Okay.
Jordan
So trade
Tyson.
away Waddle. You need to have it. You need to have at least a target there. I feel like Tyson is the best pick for them.
All right, John, what do you think?
Listen, man, I'm the homer of all homers of this dude. I'd love for him to come play for us, but
All right, but John, if this
we
situation
literally don't
happens,
have receivers, and JES comes from a place where they like this type of receiver. So I feel like Tyson is the pick if Tate doesn't fall, and we already have a stacked edge room in per se. Like we already have Chop, and I'm blanking because I'm the worst fan of all time. But you get what I'm saying, bro, right?
so
Like
Is
John,
this pick John approved?
we don't
John, you're
have.
telling me if Bain drops to you, you're not taking him.
I don't think this front office takes him now.
Fair enough.
I would.
Fair enough. All right, moving on, Matt.
Oh, great
Uh,
pick. Great pick, John.
Lemon better.
Matt, is he dropping to you or are you going somewhere else?
I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys really need help on defense, and I'm kind of looking at the board, and I don't really see anything that's too exciting to me. I'm just kidding. I'll take Ruben Bain here. Obviously,
Dang,
prob-
Ryan! Yeah.
probably a slam dunk here. They're probably really happy that he got to this point, and yeah, he might have to play inside for them if it comes to it, but that's still a fit. They still need that, and I think it's a really easy pick.
Yo, this is your bail for
This is
Mike,
a
bro.
very Jerry
You're
Jones
about to
pick.
get bailed. You're about to get bailed, bro.
This is a very Jerry Jones pick.
I don't know if that's a compliment, Phil.
No, it is. And normally they draft well, at least early on. I don't know, just like the guy that shouldn't be there is, and he just takes him. I don't know. I feel like it's something right up his alley. The
Yeah,
name
I mean,
recognition, everything about it.
a very skewed top 12 picks. We're back to the 13th ranked player on the board. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we got
don't
there
even think that
eventually.
matters. Never mind. Oh, yeah, it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. But with that being said, going back to the top, I think it's Brandon, right?
Yep.
With the Rams, did a lot
That's a fun
like
pick
Matt.
for
I
them.
mean, like Phil said, with the two corners in the little offseason or whatever. So, Brandon, who do we taking?
Yeah, with the 13th pick, I'm going to be taking Makai Lemon. Like Phil said, they added
Mm.
Chiefs corners, bolstered their secondary. These are your Super Bowl favorites right here. Makai Lemon is an absolute demon after the catch. He's hard to tackle. He's a demon in the middle of the field. He'll free so much space for Puka, I feel. Um, yeah, I've looked through a lot of Rams fans, like their posts and their drafts. They seem like they might kill themselves if they don't get Makai Lemon. So I think this is their guy.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So
Yeah.
what? That's going to be what? Him, Puka, and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and there's your for when Tay is eventually
Yeah, I
done.
think this might be Tay's last year in the contract too. So
Wow.
they'll
Yeah.
slot him
Oh.
right in,
What?
replace him.
Tutu Atwell still kicking about in Los Angeles?
Oh, he's on the
Yeah,
Dolphins.
I
Oh,
think he's
didn't
a
know that.
Fin.
Hand up. Sorry, didn't know that.
The Dolphin.
Um,
But yeah, again, I like this pick a lot for them. Puka's also, dealing with some off the field issues. So
yeah, but he's getting better. He's getting better.
I know
Best receiver in the league wouldn't be in rehab, let me tell you, buddy
John,
boy.
John,
Now you're making fun of
getting people
someone in
help
rehab.
Best
always.
receiver in the
You
league
are
has a
horrible.
ring and is fully
This is an
addiction
all-time
free, let me
low.
tell you.
Yeah, just
All right. Speaking of John, Ravens. Who are they taking?
This isn't me.
no, this is Jets. Who had the Jets?
No, what? It's the Ravens.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
me.
John,
Oh my
this is
God,
you.
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
What
John,
are
this
you
is
guys
you.
talking about?
I was
Oh,
saying who had the Jets because this is the
Oh
Jets.
my God.
Whoever
I'm,
picked after Brandon first. Yeah, this
I'm
is
so
John.
shocked. All right, yo, you kind of took the boy, bro. Like I
Ryan,
kind
you
of
gotta share your
wanted
screen again.
I
share
kind
it.
of wanted
I see
Lemon
it.
to end up
I don't
here.
see it. Oh, maybe I'm tweaking.
Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah, I just took it away.
No, sorry, mine wasn't there.
How about now?
Yep, perfect.
All right,
Got it.
John, who are we taking?
Yo, can I scheme for a second, bro? Like, relax.
John's not prepared. Like he didn't want to
I'm
help.
not prepared.
By the way, I
Not that I'm not
texted
prepared.
John
I was
asking
gonna
if he
take
had any
Lemon.
notes,
Like,
and he said, "What are
relax.
you
No,
talking
you're
about?"
not prepared. You didn't
I
even
was
know he
gonna
was
take
going.
Lemon, bro. I've got my backup option. Relax. I don't know how to say his last name, bro. The
Just
Say
Penn
his first
the
name.
Penn State guard. I don't know how to say his. I don't
Ivan.
say his first
Iona.
name either.
Yeah, that's
Iona.
a rough one.
Yeah,
Iona.
Penn State guard. This line is dreadful. They got rid of
Iona.
they got rid of the terrorist Falali or whatever his name is,
Olave.
Daniel.
Fucking giant now, bro. Unbelievable.
So
Yeah,
this
they're all
line
point
needs a little
guys.
bit of a revamp. It would have been nice to get a tackle if wait, Fano's not on the board, right?
No, Matt took Fano.
No,
Yeah, like if Fano was down here, it would have been nice to get a tackle. But we'll take that boy.
All right. Fair enough.
It's
Fair
probably the
enough.
best pure guard in the draft. Massive,
yeah,
massive human being. He's not really. He might not be a scheme fit for them runaway. He's not really good in zone, and this is someone bringing over Ben Johnson's offense. But Ben Johnson's offense isn't pure zone, so it will be interesting to see how the new guy that they got from the Bears will kind of adapt the offense. But I think with time and development, he could be really solid for them. He's fucking
Mhm.
massive. He's so big.
All right. I think Phil's back on it with
Yeah.
the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks are interesting. Coming off a couple down years, kind of underperforming, and I think they need something that's gonna really like. I don't want to do it because he's so far below on the board. I don't want to be that guy that goes insane and takes someone that's like not even in the top 30. Um, Maybe I just do it. Nah, I'll go McCoy here. I'll go corner again. I love me some secondary play. Me and Matt were talking about him before. He might be the best corner of the draft. But with the injuries he had, it kind of throws it off. He's coming off like his knee getting just kind of completely destroyed. And the last time we saw him on the field, maybe it was him recovering from the injury because he's had nagging injuries, or maybe it was just like I don't know. He didn't look the best when he played Ohio State, and but I still like him. I think he's really quick, reads the field well, breaks on the ball pretty well. He's the type of guy that I would just trust to, go, in the Panthers division, go play on Ted this game. Go play on Olave.
Mhm.
I don't know why can't I think of the other team. Go play on what's his name? Drake London. Just go have him play on him and just let him be. I'm a fan of McCoy being able to do that. So
Mhm.
I'll go with
sure.
him.
Fair enough. All right, Lucas. I think this is a more of an analysis pick because I think the other two were kind of obvious. For the Jets, who do you got?
Well, I mean, for me, this is still like another obvious best available situation. The only note I have for the Jets is just best receiver available. Like
Mm,
that's what I would do. I like KC. I like Branch. I like Cooper's
Omar
good.
Cooper, yeah.
Yeah. Um I'd go KC probably. He looks
Great pick.
like
I like
he
this.
looks very pro like ready in
Yeah,
my opinion. You watch his
yeah,
highlights.
He's just such
mhm,
a modern receiver, I feel like.
yeah,
We
yeah.
could go
I'm a
Ty
big
Simpson though. Thoughts?
yeah. I mean,
Let's
Chill,
shake it up, bro. Let's shake it up. Put it in.
Go Casey.
chill.
Go
that would be
Casey. Casey.
interesting if
Casey.
we threw a Ty Simpson line.
Casey was gross at Boston College this year and then went to A&M and exploded like even more on a national stage
So
for
you're going
them.
KC, Lucas.
Yeah.
This is a great pick.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be interesting to see him play with Matt. You guys got Frank Wright as OC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like that would be interesting to see because I would love to see Casey in like a Shanahan, McVay, Kubiak, West Coast offense because he's had
it's a
so
lot
many
of names there
reps.
that I
Yeah,
don't think of next to Frank Reich.
he has so many reps where he gets like put in motion on the ball, goes
Put in that
out,
open
goes
space,
across the
bro.
middle of the field. Yeah, he's so fast over the middle of the field. He's good. He's after the catch, he can handle it. And he would complement Garrett Wilson here, but I mean, maybe scheme fit wise he doesn't. But I think going wide receiver here is a good choice, Lucas, for sure.
Hmm.
I think it gives another like variation to their receiver room. I don't
Yeah,
think they have a guy like Casey who's like that type of build, that type of profile as an athlete.
yeah.
Like
Matt, what do you
yeah,
think?
Yeah, I'll just say this is kind of a nightmare scenario for the Jets. You're looking at you really want one of those top three receivers or one of those top two corners. All of them are off the board.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a ton of Kenyon Sadiq buzz, which I'm personally not happy with. I think we have too many holes to
I wouldn't get
spend that high pick, and obviously you get the 5 years of the contract. Spending that on a tight end when your team's in this situation is not what I would do. If I had the board that fell to me like this, I'd probably take, and I may be saying his name wrong. I'm sorry, Dylan Tieneman.
Yeah,
Great
Thieneman.
safety,
Yeah,
Thieneman.
Thieneman.
Yeah,
I believe it's a.
insane safety prospect, overshadowed by the fact that
Caleb
Caleb
Down.
Downs in this
Yeah.
class. I mean, I think he's a plug and play player. Safeties definitely not a strength for us, but I think we need another one there. So I'd probably take him. Or if I did go receiver, I'd go Omar Cooper. But I don't mind the pick, Lucas. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, man, I think you make a good point. You're obviously you said it earlier. You're probably definitely a trade up team. Um,
Hmm.
and I think it was like today the Chiefs general manager came out and said like he's expecting a shit ton of trade ups next Thursday during the draft. Like a
Yeah, there's a
bunch.
lot of high end talent in this
Yeah,
draft, and
he was just
if
saying like
teams don't have the talent matching with their position, I could see a lot of moving around.
yeah, and he was saying like the overall board is kind of like messy in the sense of like teams might just like their guy and go get him. So this is I could definitely
Mm,
see the Jets going up into what you said like that 8 to 13 range for one of the wide receivers for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, fair enough to that. Joey, I think, is next to the Lions. Joey, who are you taking?
So I'm gonna go with Monroe Freeland. They
Yeah,
lost
easiest
Taylor
pick.
Decker. They released him because of the contract issues early on in free agency, and then they also lost their guard.
Mm.
So they really need to bolster up that O line again. I also did see that they're moving Panay to left tackle now. Now that Decker is gone, so they'll
Yeah.
throw him in the right tackle and
Actually,
kind of hold it
Yeah,
down.
it
Yeah.
wasn't I don't think it was confirmed, but Joey bringing that up is a good point. Like Campbell mentioned it. He mentioned the idea of like wanting to move him there.
why?
But yeah, I'm a big fan of
Don't
this pick,
I
Joey.
don't
This
like that.
Joey, great job here. Freeling, I think is a fucking beast, dude. He's like 6'6". He's
Fuck.
massive. He's good in
Monster.
space. SEC competition for Georgia. I would say I probably like him um just behind Mauanoa. I might have him over Fanu personally. Not that I'm watching that much offensive tackle, but Freeling was one of those guys in like January. People were talking about like, hey, come draft season, he's gonna go from late first to early first, early mid first range because of just like how well he would test and stuff like that. And that's what happened. So Joey, good pick.
Hmm.
Nah, fuck, keep going. I just lost my train of thought.
All right, next with the Vikings. Who's that? Matt?
Oh wait,
Yeah. Sorry, who did we just take? I'm keeping track on another website.
Monroe Freeling, Georgia left
yo,
tackle.
Okay.
wait. Did Penny play any left tackle in college? Like I thought he was strictly a right tackle.
I'm not really sure,
No, I'm
John,
just
but
bringing
like,
up what he said, man. I'm just bringing
yeah,
up.
that's
No, I'm
yeah,
just saying, why is Dan Campbell losing his
That's
mind?
a topic for another time. Matt, who you taking with the Vikings?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this quick because I just talked about Dylan Thieneman and the Vikings have needed safety, so it's just one of those rare times you get to take best player available at a position of need. It's just an easy slam dunk pick for them.
yeah. This has been if I was
Taking
to
Sadiq?
say
It's in like every mock.
I mean,
apart from
yeah,
Mendoza.
Kenyon
No,
Sadiq is a
Dylan.
good pick at any point that we go on here, but I'm not taking him here.
Who's Matt taking? Sorry, it cut out
Thieneman.
for me.
Thieneman.
Gotcha.
Apart from Mendoza going to the Raiders, Thieneman to the Vikings might be the
Oh,
mock of the
every mock
season.
draft.
It's
Yep.
unbelievable. Dude, he's so good, Matt. You're so right. Like I love Thieneman.
Yeah.
I talked about him on our last pod about a potential All-Pro guy here. I mean, you can go find that clip. I think Thieneman's so fucking good.
Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, right before the Cowboys pick. Awesome. Anyway, back to Brandon with the Panthers. Who do you
Yeah,
got?
I didn't want to make this pick at all because I have both of the Bryce Young fanboys up in this call, and I feel like I'm about to get hated on. But I have Kenyon Sadiq. Uh,
Yep.
he's a physical specimen. He's a game changer in the middle of the field. He catches nearly everything. He's huge.
Hmm.
And I think a room of him and Jatavion Sanders is a good tight end room.
Yeah.
Jatavion Sanders, I like coming out of the draft. He played with injuries last year. He didn't have a great year, but I think it's just another weapon for Bryce, much needed, and it's a big target for you. So I
Yeah.
think they go there.
Hey, bro, any help for the boy? We appreciate it. You can get a little chunk of Bryce Young real estate if you want, bro. Maybe like 2%.
I'm good, bro. I'll pass. Y'all go.
Um, yeah, Brandon, I like this pick. When I was listening to the Stay Hot podcast and they did a mock draft like this was they had Sadiq go to the Panthers, and it's really surprising when you think about like if you go and look at the Panthers roster now, it's kind of like complete. It's like a Rams, not an X Factor talent Rams level, but in terms of like not having holes, they're kind of there now.
I
Especially
forgot.
after getting Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips, where they had holes, like they are kind of now set across the board. So you just throw in like another, X factor player in Folk or in Sadiq, you got a good foundation for them to take that step next year to losing playoff games to hopefully winning some.
2 Oregon guys go back to back. How about that? Who would have
Yeah.
thought? That's kind of cool. All right, next, John. Don't make me yell, John. I'm just kidding.
Um, I'm looking at this board.
He's
Ugly
Yeah, we
Definitely,
can
board right
tell.
now.
he's
Ugly
got
Look
board.
at this
no
shit
notes.
beforehand
ugly
at all.
board that I don't know a lot about, so you're not getting an in-depth analysis
I can help you out here.
about much
Go
a
for it.
bunch of these guys. Except I feel like let's just double down. Your guys' defense is ass. It is ass. Let's double down and take Falk. Let's take 2 edges in the first round. Let's get some good. Let's take some good. Oh, fuck. Hold on. No. Go back 15 seconds. Go back 15 seconds.
No, you said
Fucking-
it. You made the call to the commissioner. You can't take it back.
I don't know
Ryan,
how. I don't know nothing about this dude.
if I
Now he's
traded
bad.
Micah Parsons and drafted Keldrick Folk, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, I would also kill myself, but I don't know what John's doing. But you know what? We have to take him
I
because
don't
you
know.
already
I'm
made the call
sorry,
to the
bro.
Off
commissioner.
day from John, man.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro.
Basically, the analysis I'll give you is there was a tweet like 2 or 3 weeks ago that was just like every mock draft that their team takes Kedrick Folk, the fan base rages in my comment section. That's what the tweet was worded as basically. Like
You
no
sound
one
like this dude's
likes
gonna
this
be a
guy.
dog.
No one likes him.
Whatever, John. You want
That
to go
means
home or
John
something?
likes him.
Because
That means he's a dog, bro. Now he's
John
standing.
now a Kedrick Folk stan. Are you buying stock in Kedrick Folk?
I'm gonna go watch some film and I'll get back to you in the next
all right,
couple of hours.
we'll put that
Who
in.
knows
All right.
shit, bro?
Jesus, that was horrendous.
Um,
Anyway, nope, I don't want to hear it, John, actually. Um, Philip, you are next with the
Yeah.
Steelers. Who you taking?
Yeah, so this was a spot um that I was maybe thinking wide receiver. I know they got Pittman and I know they have DK, but like I don't know, their wide receiver room all over
And that
overall.
Michigan boy. What's that
Wrong.
kid's
I don't
name?
I don't even, I don't even consider
Roman Wilson.
Roman Wilson.
Yo, he's low key a dog.
I don't
Like,
even consider Roman Wilson.
Ty
Like,
Simpson is
Chihuahua.
calling, bro.
Yeah, and I know they technically don't have a quarterback besides what's his name from Ohio State. I forget his
Tom
name.
Will
McCord.
Howard.
Will Howard.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
Will Howard.
What's Kyle McCord doing nowadays? Fun fact.
Is he an Eagle?
probably selling cars somewhere
Yeah,
in
he's probably still an
Ohio.
Eagle.
I think he's an Eagle.
Yeah, he's probably still an Eagle.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
This is, a tough spot. It's a tricky one, but I'm gonna take Omar Cooper Jr. here. I feel like he kind of fits what McCarthy likes in wide receiver.
You're a scumbag.
And we've seen him kind of Mike McCarthy kind of just like spread out the ball and just throw it around. Especially we saw that in Dallas. And with DK and Pittman, I feel like you have 2 similar wide receivers. You got bigger body X guys outside. Cooper would probably fit in nicely, being able to just, uh, go over the middle of the field, get the ball with less attention on him, similar to what happened in Indiana, where he had a bunch of good wide receivers around him. I think this would just allow him to play fun football, really, just like not have to worry about doing a lot right away. And whoever is the quarterback, you'll have 3 good wide receivers now, with DK obviously being the star. So
Interesting. Shout out Luke Chapman, national champion.
yeah.
All right. Who is next? Mr. Lucas. Who do we got for the
Yeah,
shitty
that
ass
Oh,
Chargers
that's a
team?
fun pick here.
that would be me. Yeah. So I like how this lined up for sure. I will be taking Peter Woods,
Nice.
but I do
Mhm.
think the Chargers don't stay at 22.
Hmm.
I think he's worth a trade up,
Yeah.
but if he goes as early as where John picked him 14, I think they definitely trade back. They have 5 picks this draft. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is necessarily worth it, but onto my actual pick. I mean, Peter Woods, bro, he would absolutely be scary as hell to line up against. He's
Yeah.
300 pounds. He's massive. Run stuff, pass rush, do it all. I like this pick, but I don't know if I'm the Chargers GM, I necessarily stay at 22.
No, yeah, that's a great point. Like they're one of the teams I would say will probably definitely trade down. They just like they kind of still have a lot of holes I feel like they need to fill, and with 5 picks, like you make a really good point that like staying at 22 might not be the best bet. But if they do, getting Peter Woods is a heck of a bargain. He's probably he's the best defensive tackle in this draft class. I feel like he's the one that can do more than most. The ones behind him, like the Caden McDonalds of the world,
Yeah.
are more so just like run stuffers. Well, I feel like Peter Woods is a true three tech. I think he can actually go and play that if you want if you wanted to let him line up and guard wreck havoc. So I like that pick.
Hmm. All right, Joey, with the Eagles. Joey, you're kind of like the Philly man today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
it's kind of weird with the NBA pod and this one. It's kind of a little interesting, but who do you got?
I was looking wide receiver. There's he was just taken, but now I think we're gonna go with Caden Proctor from the offense for the offensive line
Hmm.
because now Lane Johnson is very old and he is
Mhm.
battling a ton of injuries. I feel like that's a good piece to put behind him so he can learn and grow, and they can keep that offensive line up for Jalen Hurts because he needs his offensive line or else he is not a good quarterback.
Hmm.
What the fuck's playing?
I don't know.
It's an ad on the bottom of Ryan's
No, it
screen.
was from Brandon's screen.
It's me. I don't know what it's coming from though.
Joey, continue.
Joey, I got a question. Why not take the best available? Uh, wait, who did you take? Sorry.
You took about
Caden Proctor.
So why not take, let's just say, for an average ball knower, why not Lemieux?
Because Proctor was better in college, and I don't really know who Caleb Lemieux is.
All right,
I'm
fair
I,
enough.
more
I can I
so
can I can
knowing.
help here if needed.
Yeah, someone
Yeah,
wants
so
to help.
I think I do like Proctor more here to the Eagles than Lemieux because Proctor is just going to be your pure tackle. He's going to be, he's his frame is insane. He's really built like the biggest human being you can find on a football field.
Like
Uh,
he's 6'7" now.
yeah, he is 6'7". He's like 6'7", like 330, I think it is, but he has the feet to
Yikes.
still play quick. He definitely had a down year, and I know people kind of like really hated on him, but I would be surprised even if he went this low. I think we could see teams take him higher strictly because of his potential, and no team probably coaches O-line better than the Eagles. Granted, they lost their O-line coach this offseason, but compared to Lemieux, who could play all 5 positions, um, I think Proctor makes more sense here.
Yo,
All right.
Phil's a big Bama tackle guy, bro. He loves Bama tackles.
Yeah, Alex Leatherwood right away. That's a good start, and then you go Proctor. It comes off really well.
I think is Tyler Booker, was he a tackle or was he a guard?
Guard.
Yeah, well, I tried. Um, all right, who's next? I think it's Matt.
Yep. On his
Browns
last pick,
again,
Joey said
Matt. Sorry to do this to you,
yeah,
but
I know.
That's weird
I
that lined up like that. Wow.
I'm just attracted to shit organizations. Last pick, Joey said he was looking at receiver. I'm
Thank
glad he
God.
didn't look very hard because I'm going to pick Denzel Boston here. I think this guy's definitely going in the first round. Like I said in the last Browns pick, they need to go offense to evaluate their current quarterbacks and to get ready for the next one when the current ones they're evaluating suck. And like I said, Boston's going in the first round. These first round receivers have been hitting at a great rate. He's a big body receiver. He'll be good against or across from Jerry Judy, and I just think this is a good pick from them.
I like
Mhm.
this. They
No, I
definitely
love what. Who's the lefty quarterback Washington that he was throwing getting the rock to? He is the man.
I'm
Yeah,
No
blanking
clue.
on his. Oh,
yeah. I know.
Desmond.
Bane?
No,
No.
I'm just kidding.
I know what you're talking
Uh,
about.
But no,
Desmond Benjamin.
sleeper that kid. By the
Yeah,
way.
Oh, Michael Penix.
it's
Tua.
Begon. Do you know his name?
No, I forget it. It's Desmond something. He was nice.
It's
He almost
Desmond. It is
transferred. I forget.
Desmond, bro.
He's watch it prediction right here.
oh,
Hall of Famer. Just saying. Anyway,
A lefty quarterback has never been
oh,
nice.
Desmond Williams. Williams. Yeah, yeah.
oh, fair
Desmond.
enough. All right. I think it's now back to Brandon, I want
It
to
is
say.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the Bears, I'm gonna go ahead and take Caden McDonald. He's just big fat run guy, run stopper. You can throw in the middle down there. Bears
The
lost a lot
big
of
fat
key
run guy.
weapons, I'm pretty sure. And who
Mm.
is it? Grady Jarrett still?
Yeah, they got that bum ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Throw him in there with him and let them just clog the middle and try and stop the run because that's really much it.
Yeah, yeah. That's
All
What the
right.
Eagles do.
That's what Cade McDonald's good for. He's not really your pass. You shouldn't expect him to get a sack like at
Yeah.
all. He can't
He
really do
definitely will
that.
not get to the quarterback, but he
But
will
he could just
stuff
sit
that
there
man.
and not have the line of scrimmage move at all, which is really cool. This
Yeah.
I think Ryan and John, when we did our in-person mock draft, this was I think who I had going there. I like this pick
Mm.
a lot, Brian.
All right. With that being said, John, with the Bills, don't know if the okay, John, bias aside, division aside, let's be true to this mock draft.
I
Who are
know
you
I
going to give the
am.
Bills?
I am.
Not
So,
re not to do the words of what you said. You have not been true to your picks.
Hmm.
all right, so listen, I'm about to
All
actually
right,
give I'm actually about to give a good pick
all
here.
right. Let me hear it.
All right, so as the board started coming down after I realized I was up on the Bills, I really wanted to take a receiver to give Allen a weapon. I'm not really a big fan of the DJ Moore acquisition. I feel like they could use more, but Cooper and Denzel Boston from Matt coming off the board really did solidify this next pick for me. Uh, the Bills lack an edge presence, a real dominating factor. I'm not a big Mesidor guy, but I think if he were to land in a situation at 24 years old, I think it's a team that is going to be in a position that can win now. He's going to be able to give an instant impact. It's not like he's rotting away on a team.
25.
I know he's old. He's
Oof.
old. But this is a team that their window's now. So like getting a guy that can give you good impact right off the bat is the best thing that they can get out of the first round. I don't think you
Mhm,
can get a better pick at this stage.
mhm.
I mean, the Bills' edge room isn't bad at all.
It's
It's still a
mid,
good pick,
bro.
but you,
It's
you were saying
mid.
like you were alluding like it was bad. It's a pretty good edge
It
room.
is bad. Joey Bosa's mid.
I don't know if he's on the team anymore.
What
He's
he was
not.
last year, and it was fucking mid.
I know their standout player
Ed
edge
Rousseau
room
too.
would technically be Bradley Chubb, which
Yeah,
isn't saying
okay,
much.
mid, bro. And he's available 8 games out of the 18.
John, you're a Cassius Howe away from me driving the Delaware and kissing you on the lips, man. I would have gone nuts if you taken him. That's my dog. I love Cassius Howe. Um,
Um, all right, Phil, you're next.
yeah, I'm the first one eliminated from the mock draft here, unfortunately.
Mm.
Um, so I will, as much as I love Cassius Howe, I don't feel right taking an edge with them having Bosa and then drafting Mikael Williams last year. But some teams are just best player available, so maybe that's what they do. But I'm gonna take, a mixture of best player available with a line. They need a tackle. They don't really have a right tackle that I like. I forget whatever his name is. He's just not good. And then Trent Williams seems to like being all over the place. I'm gonna go Blake Miller. Blake Miller is coming straight from a scheme fit. Clemson is gonna put him right on track to be
Look how
one.
tall he is.
Yeah, he's 6'7". I know. That's was gonna be my next point. Massive
Mm,
human
mm,
being.
mm.
He fits the scheme. He will be if they figure out whatever's happening with Trent Williams, he'll be able to play right tackle this year. And then when Trent Williams eventually leaves, which will probably be next year, this year, 2 years, whatever it is, he'll just play left tackle for them. And I think I really like him. There could be issues maybe with his anchor and his hand placement down the line. But I think he's quick enough and smart enough to play in the Shanahan offense, which I like. So,
Mhm.
and that's me done.
All right, Lucas, to you, your last pick, the Texans.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of hoping Caden McDonald would fall here to add to the best D line in
Oh,
football,
that would
but
have been very.
I will be taking Chase DeSantis. Um, A&M's got some hogs, and Houston, you see right there, big need interior line. Let's go for
This
guard.
kid?
Now Basantis,
Oh, this
Yeah.
kid.
40.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I like this pick, Lucas. He's one of those guards that I think due to the need of O line, he'll probably find himself up a couple spots from where he's
Yeah,
projected for sure.
mm,
I like this pick a lot. They have to go O line in any
definitely.
form. Um, Lemieux might more versatile for them, but they need a true guard. So I like this pick.
With that being said, Joey, Chiefs.
Considering because we're the Chiefs, have already went defense. I think we're gonna go offense here. Could use another wide receiver, so we're gonna go wide receiver. Could you find a Zachariah Branch for me? I don't know when he
Wow.
Not
somehow
bad, kid.
I don't know where he is.
Jeez,
Wow.
Joe,
Projected third round pick.
Georgia boy.
Wow.
jeez.
Hey man,
Georgia
he's
boy.
explosive. They need
Wow.
another wide receiver.
Over Waffle House, bro. What are you doing?
Oh,
Wow. I'm shocked. I just heard Zachariah Bench in the first round. Keep going, sorry.
Sorry.
Hat backwards too. Look at this
he's
kid. He's on demon
explosive, bro.
timing.
He's
Let's do it, bro.
explosive. But yeah, that's
Joey, is that just like a stereotypical thing for the Chiefs and you're just kind of playing into it?
yeah, I mean, yes. They draft
Good
fast
point.
wide receivers, quick, explosive. I mean, it worked in the past. Why won't it work again?
All right.
That's a wild pick, dude. Zachariah Branch is a guy like I thought would be going like
Yo, who's picking for me?
second,
Is it
third round.
Dub?
Oh my
No.
God, that's
No,
wild.
now it's Matt. Back to
That's a
Matt.
wild pick. Fair enough, Joe.
Oh, on my list, I had that I was on the Broncos.
Yeah,
Oh
bro,
fuck.
that's our pick,
Did I not
bro.
trade the pick? Did I not say the pick? Oh, I thought I did. Let me see.
No.
All right, let me just pivot real quick.
Yeah, sorry. Take your time.
Matt, do it on the spot like a real, GM commit, you know what I'm saying? Like be the man. Let's see it.
I mean, if you're telling me to do that, I'm looking at Avian Terrell here, and I like that pick. I think you guys need DB help, so
My fault, man.
yeah, we'll go with that. I was fully prepared to take Jacob Rodriguez for the Broncos.
That's yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
All right.
who are we tanking for, John?
What?
Said who are we tanking for now?
Who, this year? Next year?
Yeah.
Arch.
Tank for Arch.
You're
March
gonna
for
be mad as
Arch.
hell.
I
March
can't
for
tell if
Arch.
you actually
Arch.
do want Archie or
March
not.
for Arch.
Hmm.
If we get Dante Moore, though, I'd be more than fucking happy. That's
Mhm.
that's
Dante
Matt, do
Moore's
you
a
have anything to
terrorist.
say about Dante Moore for the pod?
I already said it. He's a
He's a
terrorist.
terrorist.
All right,
he's
hold
the
on.
man, bro.
Let's let Brandon finish with the first round with the Patriots.
What? I
John
think
is the Seahawks after.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Brandon.
Phil told me the Panthers.
Yeah, my
So
fault.
their biggest need is an offensive tackle. This Lomu dude has been up here for a good minute now. I'm gonna assume this is good value. We're gonna take Caleb Lomu confidently. Let's
I don't
go.
know, bro.
Bill said
Dude,
he can play all five
Yeah, he
positions.
should be able to play all five.
if the Pats got CJ Allen here, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, CJ Allen would be fucking awesome for that. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with any O line here, especially because they got Rex from Toy Story at the right tackle, the fucking T-Rex, Will Campbell. So I think this is a good pick no matter what.
Uh, all right,
Him and Ruben
John.
Bain are gonna like kiss on matchups.
Mm.
John for the Super Bowl champs.
All right, I think if this is how the board ends up for them, I think that whoever they take here is just going to be an absolute demon. I like Emmanuel McNeil. What's his last name? Warren, right?
Warren, yeah.
I'm not taking. Hold on, hold on. I'm
I
not
didn't
solidifying it.
select him.
I'm between him giving them Cassius Howell at edge, or going and getting Jacob Rodriguez for their linebacker. I feel like if they get one of those three, I feel like they'll make him a dog. We're gonna give them their highest position of need on this board. We'll give them Rodriguez.
Linebacker, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You sort by
John
linebacker.
just makes my life harder. All right.
Yeah. So the one thing I'd say about that is like as we said with the Chargers, the Seahawks I think have 4 picks this draft. So if they don't trade back, I would be surprised. Like if I was to bet my life on something, it'd be Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders, and then be the Seahawks to trade out of that pick.
Yeah,
Because
hopefully to us for A-Shade if we do trade him, bro. I'd be
people
down with 31, 32.
because people love having like NFL teams want that 5th year option, and the Seahawks need picks. So like swooping in on the last pick right there would make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Well, this is our mock draft. I feel like weirdly enough, it went more civil than I thought.
It's a very
Uh,
standard board, yeah. Besides Zachariah
um,
Branch.
I think everyone did well. Does anyone have any final comments or stuff about like someone who's gonna go on the radar on this draft, someone that should have been picked, someone that had in your on your box that you think should be taken, maybe Zachariah Branch not taken that high. Anyone
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the final comments?
Two things. If Ruben Bain actually falls this far, I'll be very upset for my boy. I'm trying to have him make some cheese. Him falling out of the top
Why do you
10.
consider him your
He
boy?
doesn't know you, bro. He
That's my
doesn't know you,
dog.
Because he's
bro.
a Miami Glazer.
Is this
That's my
even that
dog.
far though? Like he's
Year
projected
two,
like
year two
9,
of
8.
Miami
He's
Glazers.
projected that range.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Fuck the projections. Fuck the odds. He needs to go higher, bro. We need to defy everything.
You're
And
just a vibes
if
guy.
if we do take Tyson, I won't be mad, but I would rather Tate somehow fall into my hands.
Yeah, as
Ideally
Lucas said, I
receiver.
would jump through the phone for Jordan Tyson if I had that pick for you.
Mhm.
Listen, man, I wouldn't
I
be
would
mad.
love him at 16.
Dude, he's better than Tate in my opinion.
I'll say something.
Yep.
Makai Lemon is the best receiver in the draft, and if any NFC North team gets him, I will end my life.
What did you get him, bro?
They
Dude,
don't.
draft
Did
him.
you not notice they didn't pick,
They
Joe?
don't have a first, bro. They don't have a first, bro.
They could trade up.
Um,
Yeah.
the only player I wish they went drafted in that round was Cassius Howell. I'm a big Cassius Howell fan. Um, but other than that, I think we did a pretty solid job there. Zachariah Branch is kind of outrageous in the craziest way possible. I was not expecting that to be said at all.
Mhm.
Bro,
Picked him
I
over
just
Waffle House, Surratt, bro.
Dude,
I'm
John,
good with you.
you
dude, Chris
relax. I
Bell
looked.
is a dog.
All right, that's gonna end it. Kind of what okay, this might sound stupid, but I kind of want to do either a live reaction to the draft, either it
Ooh,
be a watch party with all of us, with some of us.
I
I think
got
it'd be super fun. Maybe the first round, whatever. I think me having a couple guys on here would be pretty funny. If, for example, Ruben Bain does go that far and we see
I'd
John
love to do that.
explode, that'd be
Yeah, but can we
hilarious.
turn the draft pick off on the Giants pick? That'd be really funny.
No.
what the
Then
fuck?
You have
is
the
that a
worst team in
Vincent
the league,
Bartoloni
bro. Like, how
reference?
can you even speak? I hate you, bro. End the call. End the call.
But we'll figure that out. That would be super fun if Ty Simpson gets pick number 2. That would be even funnier with Matt's reaction.
That'd
But
be
with
If
that,
they
awesome.
draft,
All
if they
right.
drafted Ty Simpson too, it'd be I would.
More
Oh my
egregious
god.
than Zach Wilson,
Oh
bro.
my god. That would be
with
I'd probably just leave the call and shut off my phone.
petty
But man,
down.
you got to back your quarterback. You can't just roll over.
Yo, what if you draft Solo
Nan,
Ball
you
number
know,
Promise, tell
two,
me about
bro?
that, bro.
What if you take Solo
that being
Ball number
said, thank you for
two?
watching. Like and subscribe.
Solo ball at
We'll
two.
be back. Shout out the NFL draft. Deuces.
When we